Hello guys and welcome back to Earl Sports Bets. I'm Timothy Earl and today we're going to be breaking down this 7-game NBA slate starting at one game at 3:30, rest starting at 7, 8, and 9 o'clock for February 21st, 2021. And before we go ahead and jump into this slate, we'll go ahead and look at yesterday's, which was a 3-0 slate. Finally, a good positive slate. Hopefully we can get into a roll of getting a bunch of those in a row. But we got wins from the Hornets, the Heat, and the Bulls. So 3-0 yesterday. We're now 161, 141, and 2 in NBA this season. Still over 500. For our first season doing NBA sports betting, I'm pretty happy with it. Last season we did more DFS. This season we're doing a lot more sports betting. So definitely a positive in the right direction, and excited to keep going with it. But before we jump into the main slate, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it out, help us grow the channel. Trying to hit 400 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you guys can help us do that, we would really much appreciate that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the game, starting with the Boston Celtics taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. Minus 135 for the Celtics, plus 115 for the Pelicans. 2-point spread, over-under of 131. Marcus Smart still is out. Steven Adams is questionable. Other than that, everybody else should be in for this game. In terms of the over-under for this one, both teams are heavy over teams, especially the Pelicans. Pelicans being one of the highest offensive point per average teams in the league. I'm going to actually be going over for this one at 131. It requires 115.5 points per team, which I definitely feel like both teams can do. And then in terms of betting this game, we are going to be taking the New Orleans Pelicans to win this game. Originally, when we wrote up the thing, they were plus 2.5. So plus 2, it's going to create a 7.2 value, second best on the slate. We have them winning by 5.2 points. So if you wanted to go ahead and grab them with the money line as well, that would you would get a 5.2 value on the money line as well. But we do like the New Orleans Pelicans to win today against the Boston Celtics. Next up, we get the Toronto Raptors taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. And in terms of injuries for this one, Ben Simmons is questionable, Lowry is questionable, Shake Milton's questionable. Other than that, everybody else should be in. Minus 150 for the Sixers, plus 132 the Raptors. 3-point spread, over-under of 223.5. I'm actually going to go under for this one. Even though Toronto is a high offensive team, I do think that the slow pace of the 76ers will definitely help them out in securing the under here. So I would rather go under for this one. In terms of betting this game, we do like the 76ers to win. We have them projected to win by 9 points, so that's a 6-point value on the side of betting the 76ers. It's third best on the day, so we're going to be going after the 76ers today against the Toronto Raptors. Next up, we get the Detroit Pistons taking on the Orlando Magic. Cole Anthony and Blake Griffin are out. Everybody else should be good. Minus 138 for the Magic, plus 118 for the Pistons. 2-point spread, over-under of 210. And even though the thing is over-under 210 and it's very, very low, I still think I want to take the under. These two teams work at a crawling pace. They don't really shoot that well. They don't play that well defense, but teams are not that good, so I don't see this one going over. The only chance it goes over is if it goes into overtime. I don't see that happening either. In terms of betting wise, we are going to be taking the Orlando Magic to win this game. They are favored. We have them winning by 6.3 points, so we'll create a 4.3 value on this game, which is going to be the lowest value official bet that we're going to be making. So we're going to be taking the Orlando Magic today against the Detroit Pistons. Next up, we get the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Clicked wrong spot. Come on. Andre Drummond is out. Kevin Love is still out. Nance is still out. Ariza is still out. So all the normal people who are out are out. Everybody else is in. You can get the Thunder minus 145, plus 125 for the Cavs. 2.5 point spread on this one. Over under of now 218. For this one, I do like the over. Even though these teams are not that good offensively, they don't play that much defense, and I feel like these teams can work at a high enough pace to get over 109 points each. So I'm going to be going ahead and taking the over for this one. And then in terms of betting this game, we are going to be interested in the Cleveland Cavaliers. We have them winning this game by 2.6, so taking them, the plus 2.5 will be a 5.1 value, and then on the plus 125, you can get a 2.6 value at plus money, which is definitely worth it. So we're going to go ahead and grab the Cleveland Cavaliers for this game. Next up, we get the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the New York Knicks. D'Angelo Russell out for a while. Robinson out for the Knicks. Other than that, everybody else should be good to go. Minus 155 for the Knicks, plus 135 for the T-Wolves. 3-point spread, over under of 216. I'm taking the over for this one. I definitely feel like these two teams can pace a little bit higher and get that at least 108 points each. They should be able to go over, especially with the Timberwolves playing the way they do. In this one, we do have the Minnesota Timberwolves winning this game by 1.9 points, which creates a 4.9 value on the spread for the T-Wolves, and then a 1.9 on a plus money 135. Definitely worth taking. So we are going to be interested in taking the Minnesota Timberwolves to win this game. Last three games, and this is going to be the first game that we don't have an official bet for because it's not good enough value. We get the Denver Nuggets taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Minus 147 for the Nuggets, plus 127 for the Hawks. 3-point spread on this one, over under of 132. Hunter out, Green out, Millsap out, Harris out, Rondo out. A lot of people were out today. But we still have the big scorers, Jokic, Murray, Young, Capella, Porter. I do think this game somehow miraculously finds an over, plus one at 232. Hawks are a heavy over team, and Denver has one of the best offenses in the league. So I definitely think this one will go over. In terms of betting it, we're not. We have the Denver Nuggets winning this game by 0.5 points. So if we took the Atlanta Hawks plus 3, it would only be a 2.5 value. Not worth it on a slate like this where we have 8-game slate and we have 6 official bets. So we're just going to lay off on this one. The only one we're going to have is the over for this one of 232. Final 2 games of the day, we get the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. Minus 240 for the Clippers, plus 200 for the Nets. 6 points spread on this one, over under of 235.5. Durant still out. Other than that, everybody else should be good. First of all, I know it's a high over, but I definitely like the over. Both of these two teams are top 10 in terms of scoring this year, in terms of their offenses. Nets are the top scoring offense on average this year. They're averaging over 120 points a game. And I think the elevated thing, it's going to be a close game, and I do think we get the Brooklyn Nets winning this game. But the over should definitely be able to hit in this game. We actually have the Brooklyn Nets winning this game by 2 points. So grabbing the plus 6 is an 8-point value, best on the day. Plus 200 at a 2 value. It's kind of hard for us to go, it just went to 6.5. Even better. We are definitely going after the Brooklyn Nets to beat the Clippers today in LA. Final game of the day, we get the Sacramento Kings taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Drew Holiday out, Harrison Barnes out, Holmes questionable. Other than that, everybody else should remain good. Over under 238. I'm going way under. I think that's just a little too high for these two teams. Bucks are a high offensive team, so are the Kings, but I don't see them both getting over that today because I just don't see this game going to be competitive until the end. In terms of betting it, minus 550 for the Bucks, plus 430 for the Kings. 10-point spread on this one. We have the Bucks winning this game by 7.2 points. So if we were to lean one way, it would be the Kings, but we're not going to make an official bet for this one. It's only a 2.8 value for the Kings, and it's just not worth going there. So those are our bets for the day. If you guys missed any of them, they're all over on that side. We make all of the sides official bets. The over-unders are going to be just leans, so if you guys are interested in betting those, go right ahead. But that's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, make sure to like, please subscribe so we can help try to grow the channel. We love what we do here, and we want to help people make some money. All of our socials will be in the description below. We appreciate you guys all for watching, and until next time, let's make some money.